Welcome back to Practical Parenting, the podcast that helps empower parents in the trenches, find joy in the process, and thrive through it all. I'm Christina Wales here with my co-host, Dr. Terry Nguyen, Chair of Pediatrics at GBMC Healthcare. So we just recorded our episode, Young Adults Don't Need to Hear Your Advice. And we thought for this microdose episode, we would just sort of walk through a scenario. So the scenario we're going to go through is your senior didn't get into their top college. So Dr. Terry, you're going to be the senior. This will be fun for you since you have children that age. And then I'm going to do sort of what I think the natural reaction would be for most parents. And then we'll sort of pick it apart and see, based off of your suggestions from our last episode, how we could maybe support our young adults a little bit better. So whenever you're ready to get into character, we'll start.
Okay. Mom! Oh my God, I just got that email. I didn't get in.
Oh, you're fine. It'll be fine. You're so smart. You'll get into another college. Don't worry about it. It's so not a big deal. Don't even give it a second thought. It's
Mom,
fine.
I didn't get into the college I wanted to get in.
I know, but it doesn't matter. It's, there are plenty of colleges out there, ones that would be so lucky to have you. You're so smart and talented, I'm sure.
Mom, this isn't working. This is like, I've never, ever not gotten what I've worked for.
There's so many worse things in life that could happen. Getting into your top college is seriously no big deal. Like you could have another great experience in another college. It'll be fine.
Mom, I'm not going to go. If I'm not in the right college, I'm not going to get into the right medical school, and I'm not going to be a doctor and be the surgeon I wanted to be. This is like disastrous, Mommy. Okay? Oh. I mean, this is... Okay, I'm going to have to rethink my life plan. I just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. This sucks.
End scene. So, how did I do?
You did what most parents would do, right? We're rushing through to try to, build them back up. And you actually were probably getting a little bit caught up in your child's emotions, right? You were spinning a little bit with them. You got this, right? What if you gave your child a little bit more space to kind of get all their stuff out before you interjected, I know you were trying to be supportive. You were trying to give encouraging words. But at that moment, when your child is in their spin or in their spiral, like their emotional spiral, let them spiral and let them get it all out, because sometimes having unloaded that even feels better. But this also gives you an opportunity to process how you're going to reflect back back for them, and validate them, right? You don't always have to problem solve. And you can't problem solve this, because it's not like you're going to call the school and your child's going to get in, right?
No, I think what I tried to do was stop the spiral. And I'm imagining, we've used this analogy before about the container for your child's emotions. And I feel like instead of trying to, if you have a visual like containing, wrapping your arms around something, I tried to just put my arm right in the middle of it. And, we all know cutting through a tornado while it's spinning is not gonna stop it from spinning.
Exactly. So yeah, I think all good intentions that, so the intent for goodness and for kindness and caring were all there. It just might not have come out in an optimal way, because now you're both spiraling.
Yeah.
So
you just joined in the emotional reaction too, rather than like being that center point that can help calm them down because you're stable. Instead, you're riling each other up,
right,
and getting more excited by the situation. And you feel like you're trying to stop the spiral by interjecting, but you're really just adding fuel to the fire.
Exactly. You're like stabbing at it to like, can I make it stop?
Yeah.
No, you can't make it stop. It's pretty hard to stop a spinning wheel. Like the top, those old-fashioned tops that you spin and they're spinning. It's really hard to stop them from spinning.
Yeah. And I feel like instead of getting into the feelings with the young adult, we tried to pull them out.
Right. And you know what? What they need is, first of all, just to express themselves, and then to know that it's okay to have these feelings. And then they can decide whether they just wanted to be heard, they wanted to be helped, or maybe they just wanted a hug.
Yeah.
You know? It's simple. I mean, how to help your young adult can be much simpler, or your children, right? Much simpler than we make it to be. And the story is what you make the story be, right? So this is their story. You're the book cover. You know, you're that those wrapped arms around. So I'm thinking of a book cover also wrapping around a book.
Yeah.
But they're not the central character at all, right? The book cover isn't really part of that story because it's a different story going on. Yep. Do you want to redo it and see, taking what we've discussed, how would you put it into action?
Yeah. I think I can do it.
Oh, I know you can. That's your natural reaction. Okay. Mom, I just got the worst email in the world. I didn't get in. It's the end. I am so upset. I mean, I worked so hard. I got great scores, and they still didn't want me. I'm not good enough.
Sweetheart, that's so disappointing. I saw how hard you worked. I know how much you wanted this. I'm so disappointed for you. How can I help? What do you need from me to support you right now?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I know that we can get through this together. And if that's today or tomorrow or whenever, I'm here for you. You just come and we'll get through it together.
Thanks. Maybe I could have a hug right now.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm going to go to my room.
How'd I do?
You did great.
Thanks.
Yeah. You validated, right? You listened. You let your young adult get all of this stuff off their chest. You didn't interrupt. You just listened. And then you offered real things that you didn't, you went with the flow. You didn't try to, interject to see if you could make it better or problem solve there. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that you can solve in that situation. So I loved what you did with reiterating her feelings. Yeah, it did really suck. And then you asked, right? You asked, how can I help you? What would you, what would you like me to do? Or how would you like me to do it? Because then that puts the control back with your young adult. That's very empowering. And what you did was you allowed her to be heard and to be seen. And that's the key, is when we're heard and we're seen, we feel that we matter. Mm-hmm. And when you matter, oh my gosh, it almost doesn't matter what's going on, but you got somebody there on your side, somebody who maybe is helping you hold you up at that moment, mm-hmm. right? That's all you can do when bad news strikes, and there is no way for you to fix the situation, right? This is not a mom fix-it situation at all. So this is I'm going to be with you in what you're feeling, and I can absorb some feelings for you, mm-hmm. and lighten that load for you. I can't carry the load for you.
Right.
But I can be right at your side. And I can, remind you maybe after you've had your, whatever amount of time you need to process and feel bad. Because that's part of the acknowledgement of,
yeah,
like, this really sucked. You don't need to ask them the very next day, so what do you want to do?
Right.
So, no, let them take the lead. This isn't your story. This is their story. This isn't your journey. This is their journey. And you're modeling right there. Okay, you didn't get what you want. It's all right. You got angry, but you didn't have to tantrum over it. And I can't fix it, but we can move on together. I believe in you. I mean, you don't have to say you believe in them, right? But it's the actions that bring up that that feeling from inside. Like, I have somebody to go along during this hard time with.
Yeah. And
there's no judgment, and there's no, excessive empty praise. I don't need that right now. I need you to understand where I am and just be with me where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we are. We're the reservoirs. We are that beautiful image of a mom holding a basket around her children, right? But not too tight, okay? Because they're young adults, okay? So
give them an exit strategy.
Give them an exit strategy. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so if everyone enjoyed our acting skills and would like us to act out a scenario that they have in mind or a question, then let us know on social media or over email or wherever you can find us, and we'll act it out in the next episode.
Okay. Looking forward to my new acting.
We're adding that to our resume too.
Yeah. All right. Well, everything that scares you, that's what you should do.
There you go.
Being an actress would be really scary
Terrifying.
for me.
Yeah. I think we're on the same page about that.
Okay. But, okay. Well, I do
We're
what I
going to do
preach.
it for the fans. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, folks.
All right. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.